you know what this is? This is exciting. It's official. We are checked out of Australia.
We are leaving Australia and our next landfall is in Asia. Continent number 4. Country number 19. Mom totally wasn't telling me what to say. We're about to run aground.
Yeah, we're totally about to run aground.
I don't know if you can see that.
Do you remember all those months ago when we were in French Polynesia looking for crew? Well, our crew has finally arrived. Let's go meet them. Have you ever sailed on a catamaran before?
I have. This is the biggest I've been on.
What other sailing have you done?
I started sailing right out of high school when I was 18. Went to college and realized I was studying wind and boats way more than the stuff I was supposed to be studying, so I stopped wasting money and went to St. Thomas and worked on boats for a very short amount of time. But since then have just always had a boat in my life of some sort. We live on our 50-foot monohull. It's in Grenada currently. We've been cruising on it for just over 2 years. We actually have lived on it now for over 6 years.
So why did you want to crew on Scout?
It's too good of an opportunity to pass up. We haven't seen you guys in a long time. To spend a significant amount of time with you and your family and see how you do on the boat, and also experience a completely different side of the world without having to bring our boat here. It's too hard to pass up.
So far, what's the biggest difference about living on Scout versus Maggie?
There's so many more people. Obviously, there's two families. No, so this is my second time on a catamaran offshore, and it's significantly different than a monohull. Significantly more comfortable. You know, this is so much more spacious, and going down below to prep food or do dishes isn't an overwhelming and terribly uncomfortable task. I think so far in our travels on our boat, you know, the Caribbean culture is obviously different and unique, but this is going to be a whole different ballgame, I expect. Southeast Asia is just going to be, it truly is a world apart from anywhere we've been on our boat and our travels, so I'm very excited about that.
We are getting our brand new Codia. It looks a little different. Big changes here on Scout.
I have penetrating oil, I have a hammer, I have torch, and a pen. The block has this convenient latch, so think of like a cotting pin that's supposed to keep a pin from going sideways. There's not a lot of force on it, but every once in a while. And both of these have corroded. I had one at the bottom and one at the top, so we're fighting that. I need that block to hoist the sail.
Wait a minute. We've sailed halfway around the world and done thousands of miles with this type of sail. How did we botch deploying it so badly? What was the plan in the first place?
But I want to be prepared in case it deploys itself as we're hoisting it, because we don't have a tight wrap on it. Jesse, I'm going to have you at the mast pulling like mad on this guy. He's on the starboard side. I'm going to be with the sail guiding it up in case it deploys, or like just to make sure the sail doesn't go where I don't want it to. Eily, I'm going to have you on that little block back there, so if it deploys, you make sure this continuous furler runs true, okay? I'm going to have Monica on the sheet, because if it deploys, I'm going to have her start cranking, okay?
So there was a plan, and yet here we are. Fortunately, we were able to furl it in. Sort of.
Okay, so what went wrong there?
Well, I think that The sail was already starting to cup at the top before we were able to let it out.
Well, yeah, so it got
Top half filled.
Yeah.
counter deployed.
Yeah.
So I think we should have been quicker, even though it didn't immediately deploy when we raised it.
Yeah.
I think it was my fault for not deploying it right away.
Yeah.
Does that mean furling on that sheet?
Unfurling. So as soon as we got it mostly up at all, I should have had you pulling on the sheet, which would have been us exerting the raft, the force that we wanted on it, as opposed to giving the wind time to grab it one way.
That's part of it. And
Yeah.
This week's Now Thought is, what did we learn? John Maxwell once said, a leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. That's a knowledge-based perspective. In any worthwhile endeavor, you're going to make mistakes. That's why I like a quote from another John F. Kennedy. Leadership and learning are indispensable to each other. What's important is, what do you learn from your mistakes? How do you grow and get better for the next time? Even if you don't already have all the knowledge and experience, if you keep learning and growing, there's no limit to what you can do. That's why one of my favorite questions is, what did we learn?
Long way from deployment. I don't know if it's going to happen today. We'll see. Yeah, go for it.
After hours of untangling on deck, we're finally ready to try to raise it unwrapped.
Jesse, go, go, go.
Why did you want to crew on Scout?
To be with great friends, to see different parts of the world that we are not yet ready to travel on our boat to, and to see what a catamaran feels like.
So far, what's the biggest difference between living on Scout and living on Maggie?
Your dishes stay on your table.
That's a pretty big difference.
That's a really big difference. I was giving Nate a hard time earlier because he said his espresso cup just right on the edge of the table, and I was like watching it like, you're just gonna leave that there? Just like that. Nothing, no silicone bottom, nothing. It's just gonna stay on that table. And it did. It stayed put.
What is your biggest fear about doing this journey with us?
That I'm just gonna be seasick the whole time, and then my husband and I will have to reconsider our life choices.
And what are you looking forward to next?
Oh, that's right this moment. I'm looking forward to being able to swim again, because we haven't been in the water much recently. And the underwater life in Indonesia is supposed to be outstanding. And then further up, there's apparently an entire book of food that we are going to be eating in Singapore.
I got a list going.
It's night one on our journey to Indonesia, and it is a beautiful evening. We have very little wind, so we are motor sailing at the moment. It's great having crew aboard. Nate and I have both been able to sleep most of the night, and everything is going really well with having Mickey Straw aboard. Hopefully this journey stays nice and calm and peaceful. Looking forward to getting to Indonesia. What are you girls doing?
We are making sun tea.
Jinx.
And sun tea is basically iced tea, so we set it in the sun for a few hours, and then we get it again, and then we put ice in it and drink it. Hours? I thought you said 30 minutes. I didn't say 30 minutes. You said 30 minutes. No, wait, no. Yes, you did. I said 30 minutes. In a few hours, we'll be going to get our sun tea.
How old are you?
I'm 8.
Where'd you come from?
Caribbean.
Living in a house?
Both.
Are you excited about this journey?
A little bit.
Is there anything that you're really looking forward to?
Being cold.
Being cold, okay. We'll see if we can accomplish that. That might be a tricky one. Okay, what's one fun fact about you that maybe some people know?
I'm annoying.
What?
I'm annoying.
No.
That was longer than 20 seconds.
If we should have that might be a wahoo.
I know,
could be a
that
wahoo.
could be.
Oh, that's a wahoo.
Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo.
Yeah!
Let's go. It's fish. That's just it. It's beautiful.
Excellent. Good job. Good job. Good job.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. Yay.
Last night, Kieran caught a huge 4-foot king mackerel, and today for lunch we're gonna have it for some sashimi and a little pasta, leftover pasta on the side for some kids who aren't so fond of raw fish. Feeding 8 aboard Scout is a full-time job. Sage, do you like raw fish?
You kind of have to get the full effect.
Pop it in there. You can't
Wow.
not like it.
Nice.
Delicious.
So I just had noodles.
Excellent preparation. Thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
great.
You want a whole bowl?
Good.
I'll make
Very
this.
hot.
Delicious.
Kieran, thank you, Ocean.
Okay, what are we doing?
Potentially getting chopped to bits.
Why is that? Why are you holding the drone?
Because we got this nifty little catcher handle guy that's real little. And so we're gonna test that out. Is that? Let it go?
Let it go, let it go, let it go.
Don't do anything crazy where you lose your balance. We got all the time in the world. No, it's okay, it's okay. We got all the time in the world.
Go around.
Nate.
I've noticed that it's different.
Another beautiful day at sea and a beautiful sunset to cap it off. Here we are coming into Kupang. It's a beautiful day, but it is hot. We haven't had this heat with the humidity in a long time. This is just a business stop for us. We're getting checked in, and then in the morning we will head out and go to some outer islands where we should have some really good water.
Almost to Kupang.
Woo! Woohoo! Is this your first time to Indonesia?
Yes. 2 new continents in what seems like as many days.
It's hot in Indonesia. we're 10 degrees south and going north. Like, when are we gonna cruise Scotland? Come on.
It's gonna be a while.
Got some miles to make.
I don't mind miles, we're going in the wrong direction.
Are you ready to get there?
Yeah.
How's it been? How was the journey?
Better than on a monohull.
Cool.
Like way smoother. Like you can maintain normal routine. It's not just constantly seasick, constantly everything being thrown around. I'm Tucker,
How old are you?
10,
And where'd you come from?
Oklahoma.
Are you excited to be here?
Yeah,
One fun fact about you.
I'm crazy.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
Here we are, Kupang.
Woo!
High five. She's big on the high five.
Hello. Oh, hi.
High five. After a very short 24 hours in Kupang, we are now underway again. No rest for the weary. Heading to the tiny islands right by Komodo. Customs and immigration were amazing, so friendly. They came on the boat and did a thorough check. And luckily, Nate had arranged to have an agent, Matthew, help us. And that made the process much smoother. There was another vessel, another cruising boat in the anchorage with us, and they had been getting hung up and delayed without using an agent. So I give 5 stars to Matthew for helping us with that. And looks like we're gonna have smooth sailing, beautiful sunset, and hopefully not crash into this tanker that is barreling down on us. Let's go take a look. At night, we would definitely divert and adjust course to stay well away. They got within 1/10 of a mile of us. Luckily, good visibility, no obstructions in the water. All is good, but at night, that would not have been an okay situation. We would have well avoided them. It's gonna take us about 2 days to get there, and we have utter calm. There's no wind and hardly a ripple in the water. It's beautiful out here.
So you thought you got it made for easy living, slipping out the back door. But it's not what you're made for, and there's nothing.
This is the most unique coastline I think we've ever seen. Definitely not in Kansas anymore.
Out of the cold into my warm hand in the sun. It's already begun. You are my one. With a simple mind, we should find some more time.
It's unlike any coastline we've seen before, and it keeps changing. It goes from green to totally arid, rock cliff faces. Really interesting. It just keeps changing mile to mile.
Everybody couldn't make a wrong turn. You waver and slip and you get burned. But I'm here, so don't you worry, 'cause you know I'll be there in a hurry.